Good morning, everyone. So for today, we are going to discuss about the meiosis and the stages of meiosis. So in our face-to-face discussion, we already tackled the stages under mitosis. So you don't forget the processes because it has similarities in the process of meiosis. Watch the video of the stages in meiosis, and then afterwards I'm also going to input some information or explain it further in our own dialect for everyone, of course, to understand the stages.
In this lesson, we'll explore the details of what happens during the phases of meiosis. Meiosis, sometimes called reduction division, is the type of cell division that produces gametes. By gametes, we mean sex cells, such as sperm cells in males.
As mentioned in the video, ang meiosis is a reduction division, meaning nababawasan yung cell na napoproduce. Unlike naman sa mitosis, wherein naduduplicate or nadodoble yung product or yung end product or yung yung anak sa mitosis. Samantalang sa meiosis, nababawasan naman yung mga cell. So, ang meiosis, nangyayari yan sa ating sperm and egg cell or sa ating reproductive cell or ang tinatawag natin na ang gametes. So, the term used in sperm cell and egg cell is called gametes. Again, nangyayari ang meiosis sa reproduction cell or reproductive cells natin. Okay.
Sex cells, such as sperm cells in males and egg cells in females. Meiosis is broken down into two stages of cell division, called meiosis I and meiosis II. Meiosis I has 4 phases: prophase I, metaphase I, anaphase I, and telophase I. And meiosis II also has 4 phases: prophase II, metaphase II, anaphase II, and telophase.
So kung mapapansin nyo dito sa meiosis, medyo na doble yung mga stages kumpara doon sa ating mitosis na 4 lang yung stages. Ngayon dito sa meiosis may 8 proseso na dapat nating tandaan at tatalakayin.
Let's look at what happens during meiosis I. Prophase I starts with a diploid cell. Its chromatin contains 2 uncoiled, spread-out sets of chromosomes.
Ano ang ibig sabihin ng uncoiled? Meaning, hindi nagsama yung mga chromatin or yung chromatin natin. Again, sa mitosis, ang chromatin is nasa loob ng nucleus and then afterwards, magpaprocess siya at magpo-form siya ng chromosome. Ngayon, ang ating meiosis I, specifically in prophase I, magsisimula yan sa isang diploid cell.
One from each parent.
Bakit uncoiled yung ating chromatin? Kasi, di ba nga sa ating meiosis, manggagaling yung cell sa sperm ng lalaki and egg cell ng babae. Kaya naman separate talaga yan or uncoiled. Okay?
After the DNA in the chromatin replicates, it condenses into the more familiar X-shaped chromosomes.
So dito sa ating prophase I, mangyayari ang condensation ng mga chromatin para mag-form siya ng chromosome.
The replicated DNA is the same in the identical sister chromatids of each chromosome. In a process called synapsis, each chromosome pairs up with and binds to its corresponding homologous chromosome, forming a tetrad.
Okay, so dito sa prophase I, may mga importanteng pangyayari na dapat nating tandaan, which is the synapsis. So magsasama yung magkaparehong chromosome and magpo-form sila ng, katulad ng nasa video, yung tetrad or yung 4 na chromatids. So sabi natin, itong pair na yan, wait lang. So ito is a sister chromatid. Sister chromatid yan. So sa isang chromosome, may 2 chromatid or ang ating tinatawag na sister chromatid. Ngayon, sa synapsis, magpe-pair up yung magkapareho. Okay? So, magpo-form sila ngayon ng tetrad or apat na chromatids.
A tetrad is the group of 4 sister chromatids in paired homologous chromosomes.
Homologous chromosome. So, ang ibig sabihin ng homologous is magkapareho.
The chromosomes contain genetic information called genes. These genes were inherited from each parent.
So, yung genes natin, yun yung mga namamana natin. Like, for example, yung katangkaran, yung height, yung nose, yung shape ng tenga, yung skin type, yung hair, kung kinky ba yan, or straight. So, yun yung mga genes na namana natin sa parents natin.
Different versions of the same gene on each chromosome are called alleles. In a process called crossing over, chromatids from each homologous chromosome exchange segments of alleles.
Okay. So, sa crossing over, ibig sabihin lang ng crossing over, cross, diba? Magpapalit yung allele. Okay? Ano ulit ang magpapalit dito sa crossing over? Yung allele ng chromosome. So, diba, 4 na tetrad yan. Kunwari ito. 4 na 4 tetrad, 4 chromatids. So, 1, 2, 3, and of course, yung sa kabila, 4. So, itong magkadikit na homologous pair, magpapalitan sila ng allele. So, meaning, yung allele ng blue, mapupunta sa red. Yung allele ng red, mapupunta sa blue. Pero hindi naman lahat ng allele. There is crossing over na mangyayari dyan.
Also called recombination, crossing over randomly happens on every chromosome.
So, it says there, randomly happen. So, hindi yan napipili. Ang crossing over ay tinatawag din nating recombination. It's combination of the alleles of 2 chromosomes.
Resulting in different gene combinations. This explains why every gamete is genetically different from every other gamete. Crossing over results in genetic variety in offspring. This is why children are different from their biological parents, as well as from their biological siblings.
Yes. So, mahalaga ang crossing over sa process ng meiosis kasi dun makikita yung dun natin sa product tayo yung product ng meiosis, 'di ba? Kasi nga mangyayari lang ang meiosis kapag merong union or pagsasama ng sperm and egg cell. Ngayon, ang crossing over, makikita yan sa mga product or yung mga anak. So, again, sabi nga sa video, hindi magkakapareho yung makukuha natin or hindi lahat ng allele or genes ng tatay natin nakuha natin. Hindi lahat ng genes or allele ng mother natin is nakuha natin. So, sa crossing over, dyan yung recombination or magmimix yung genes ng parent and then yun mapupunta sa atin. And depende kung ano yung nakuha natin. And depende rin yung nakuha ng kapatid natin or ate and kuya natin. Kaya kung mapapansin niyo may mga magkakapatid na magkakaiba yung hair type. Like for example, kulot yung isa, straight yung isa. Kasi na-mix yung genes ng mother and father. And kumbaga, baka mas dominant yung pagkakulot ng mother and nakuha ng kapatid. So, yun.
Continuing on with prophase 1. The nuclear membrane disappears.
Okay. So, tandaan ninyo, sa prophase 1 ng meiosis 1, mawawala yung nuclear membrane or yung parang protection ng nucleus.
The centrioles move to opposite ends of the cell, and spindle fibers fan out from them.
Okay. So, yung spindle fibers, makikita na natin agad-agad sa prophase 1. Lalabas na agad-agad yan sa prophase 1. Unlike sa mitosis, kung saan sa metaphase, anaphase pa siya lumabas. Okay?
Next, in metaphase 1, the homologous chromosomes line up at the equator.
Okay.
And attach to spindle.
So, same lang siya sa metaphase natin, sa mitosis, dito sa meiosis 1. basta may alignment ng homologous pair of chromosomes, nag-align sila, yung mga chromosomes natin, pumunta sila sa gitna, and then yung mga spindle fibers nag-attach sa centromere, yung parang glue, para hindi makahiwala yung mga chromatids. Okay? Ma-attach yung mga spindle fibers doon. And then yung mga chromosome natin, mag-a-align siya sa gitna, metaphase 1 pa rin yan. Same sa ating mitosis.
Fibers from opposite poles. During anaphase 1.
Sa anaphase 1 na magkakaroon ng hiwalayan. Or yung tug of war din. Parehas din sa mitosis.
Spindle fibers separate the homologous chromosomes in each tetrad and pull them to opposite poles of the cell.
Okay. So sa anaphase 1, nagkaroon ng tug of war. So, yung 4 na tetrad, maghihiwalay na yan. So, yung isa, mapupunta sa kabilang side, and yung isa naman sa kabila. Okay? Ngayon, dito sa anaphase 1, ano na ngayon yung hawak ng isang centriole natin? Isang buong chromosome, isang buong chromosome, isang buong chromosome, isang buong chromosome.
The cell enters telophase 1. With one chromosome from each homologous pair at separate poles.
Okay, so yun na. Sa telophase 1 ng meiosis 1, ang ating centriole may hawak, each centriole has 2 chromosomes. Same on the other side.
However, each chromosome still consists of sister chromatids.
Yun. Siyempre, sabi nga natin, kapag may buong chromosome, automatic, dalawa ang chromatids or yung dalawang 2 sister chromatids.
Keep in mind that each chromosome's sister chromatids are no longer identical.
Okay. Sabi dito, hindi na identical yung sister chromatids. Hindi na magkapareho yung sister chromatids. Kasi kung makikita nyo, may variations na dito. Yung, di ba ito yung magkasama kanina? So, nagkaroon ng synapses or yung meaning crossing over. So, nagkapalit. May interchange ng alleles ng dalawang chromosome. Ngayon, dito sa telophase 1, hindi na magkapareho yung chromatid. Okay?
Because of the allele exchange that happened during crossing over. Then, spindle fibers disappear around the chromosome.
Okay. So, sa telophase 1, mawawala yung spindle fiber, babalik yung nuclear membrane or yung protection. Okay? Parang wall ng ating mga chromosomes.
Finally, cytokinesis occurs.
Cytokinesis, yan yung process wherein maghihiwalay yung mga chromosomes.
Meiosis 1 ends with 2 genetically different haploid daughter cells.
Okay. So, ano ang product ng telophase 1? 2 genetical haploid daughter cells. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng genetical? Okay. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, dalawang chromosome yan, dalawa din dyan. And kung mapapansin niyo, magkaiba na sila. Okay, magkaiba na sila. Tinawag na genetical kasi yung alleles ang nag-interchange sa mga chromosomes. Okay, so sa telophase 1, sa meiosis 1, ang end product is dalawang genetical daughter cells or 2 haploid daughter cell.
Each haploid cell contains only one set of chromosomes, consisting of paired sister chromatids. Both cells now enter the next stage, meiosis 2. However, unlike meiosis 1, DNA does not replicate before meiosis 2 begins.
Okay. So, pagdating sa prophase 2 ng meiosis 2, walang DNA replication or hindi madodoble yung DNA ng mga cells.
Once again, in prophase 2, the nuclear membrane disappears. and spindle fibers fan out from the two sets of paired centrioles.
So, same process siya. Okay? May nuclear membrane dito kanina. Pagdating sa prophase 2, mawawala yung nuclear membrane. Yung mga centriole mapupunta sa both end ng cell. And lalabas na agad-agad yung mga spindle fibers sa cell.
During metaphase 2, the chromosomes in each cell line up at the equator and attach to spindle fibers from both poles. During anaphase...
Okay. So, sa metaphase 2 of meiosis 2, same pa rin yung process. Magkakaroon ng alignment ng mga chromosomes dito sa gitna. So, basta yung chromosomes natin, nakita nyo na nasa gitna sila, na nasa straight line, okay, nasa gitna or equator, automatic metaphase yan. So, same pa rin sa meiosis 1, meiosis 1, meiosis 2, ang process sa ating metaphase is pare-pareho na yung mga chromosomes, mapupunta lahat sa gitna, magkakaroon sila ng alignment or parang sa flag ceremony natin na kung saan kayo ay naka-align ng straight line. So, ganun din sa ating metaphase. Naka-align yung mga chromosomes sa gitna. Metaphase pa rin yan.
2. The sister chromatids of each chromosome separate and move to opposite poles. Once the sister chromatids separate, they are called chromosomes.
Okay, so dito sa meiosis 2 of anaphase 2, parang mitosis anaphase siya. Kasi may iisang chromosome, maghihiwalay yung mga chromatids. Okay? Pero ang difference lang, meron or hindi na magkapareho yung mga sister chromatids. Kasi nga, may crossing over. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, yung chromatid ng isa, color red. Yung chromatid ng isa dito, merong halong blue. So, meaning, hindi na sila identical, hindi na magkapareho yung chromatid. Kasi, sa nangyaring crossing over sa ating meiosis 1.
Finally, during telophase 2, the spindle fibers disappear and nuclear membranes reform.
Okay? So, ganun din. Sa telophase 2, mawawala yung spindle fiber, mawawala yung centriole, babalik yung ating nuclear membrane or yung protection ng ating mga chromosomes.
And cytokinesis occurs in both cells.
Okay, so cytokinesis, ito yung paghihiwalay or separation of the cells. Okay, so sa telophase 2, tignan natin kung ilan ang product sa meiosis 2 of telophase 2.
Meiosis 2 ends with 4 genetically different haploid daughter cells, each containing only one set of chromosomes.
Okay, one set of chromosome. Balikan natin yon. So, sabi dito sa ating telophase 2, 4 genetically daughter cells, meaning isang chromosome, isang chromosome, isang chromosome, isang chromosome na magkakaiba ang genes. Magkakaiba kung ano ang meron dito, magkaiba dito, magkaiba dito, magkaiba dyan. So, different genes na ang mga product sa telophase 2. Okay, sa meiosis 2, telophase 1, ilan ulit yung product? 2 genetically daughter cells. Pagdating sa meiosis 2, nadoble siya. Okay, yung 2 magiging 4.
This occurs in both cells. Meiosis 2 ends with 4 genetically different haploid daughter cells, each containing only one set of chromosomes. Some key meiosis. It begins with a diploid cell. Meiosis only produces gametes. Gametes are genetically different haploid cells, sperm cells in males and eggs in females. Meiosis has 2 stages of cell division, called meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. During meiosis 1, homologous chromosomes separate to produce 2 haploid cells. each containing chromosomes in the form of paired sister chromatids. In meiosis II, the sister chromatids separate in both cells, becoming individual chromosomes. Cytokinesis of these cells produces 4 genetically different haploid gametes. And here are some key points to remember about prophase 1. The pairing of homologous chromosomes, called synapsis, occurs. Each pair of homologous chromosomes, consisting of 4 chromatids, is called a tetrad. During the process of crossing over, chromosomes in homologous pairs exchange segments of alleles. Crossing over results in genetic differences in gametes. All gametes produced by meiosis are haploid.
Okay, so that ends the short discussion about meiosis, process of cell division. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, just comment down below in my YouTube account. Okay.